All right, guys, what is going on? Um, Man, I gotta tell you, it's a great day to be American, and thank God for Donald Trump. Um, for those of you who never wanted to have him as your president, well, wanted to find out what exactly you think of him now. As a veteran myself, I would have liked to have had him in the office when I went over in 03, 04, excuse me, 04 to 05. And I'm willing to bet he probably would have had this whole conflict done and over with way back then instead of dragging it on. But anyway, enough about that. Here today we're going to take off the lower intake manifold. So what you're gonna have is some bolts that you're gonna have to take off. Get this tripod. Oh, and with the rest of these, I've decided that I'm not gonna mess with the microphone because I don't want to forget to turn it on anymore, or anything else for that matter. So I'm just gonna roll with the microphone that's built into this camera. So if you guys ever seen my videos and some of them don't have sound, well, that was me being a dummy. So basically what you're gonna have is 4 bolts, excuse me, 8 bolts. When you look at it, you're gonna have this bolt, you're gonna have this bolt back here. Sorry about the lighting. It's gonna be right back here where I got my finger, and you're gonna have bolt here, and a bolt here, right there. And here's a bolt. Over here's a bolt, right here, and right here. And then for over here, you're gonna have this one. Then you're gonna have this one down in here. If you can see it, let me get you a different angle. This bolt right down here. So take those off and you'll be in good shape. So let me set you in a spot where you can see. Do this, so I have to angle you down a little bit more so you can see what I'm doing. Hopefully that doesn't fall. Please don't fall. Please, please, please don't fall. Okay, you can still see everything? Alright. Now, I'm going to try find the right one. I'm going to try a 10mm first on these, which is right. 10mm swivel socket that I use. Power torque. That's what I'm using. Let me go get my. Well, let's see. Well, I'll use my torque drill, brushless, Craftsman, not a sponsor. Okay, and we're gonna find out if this is gonna break them free. Yep, sure did. take them off in, you're going to loosen them up from the center out. So in some sort of a pattern. Sorry about the noise. I think I'm tightening them. I think it's tightening. I'm pretty sure, yeah, it's tightening them. I gotta go in reverse again. Whoa, hello. Okay, this thing's bad. This thing's a bad mama jamba, let me tell you. Dang. Yeah. Holy mother. Oh man, this thing will back a bolt out faster than you can see. Well, whatever it is you say. Okay. Let's get this one. I'm gonna have to put an extension on this, probably medium extension onto this, and then your thing for the, then your socket for this bolt down in here, so you can get it latched on. And get some light on it. Well, come on. Come on, get down on there. Fold that out of the way here. You don't want to strip it, so gotta make sure it's down on there. God dang. Oh, let's try something else. We can't get that down in there. We'll try we will try with a wrench. Oh, wrong way. Stay on there. There we go. All right, yeah. All right. So that's broke free. You got to kind of angle it just right. Thank God for angle sockets, right? Don't know. Get these broke loose. There's one more right here. Same orientation, just get an angle on it. get a straighter. I'll put my 10 mil on there, regular socket, and see if I can get a better angle and a stronger bond. Maybe. Oh, you got it. That was a pick. It's gonna have to be the 10 mil socket. Let's see, maybe I can try the small. Yeah, that's what I can try to do. Okay, so we're gonna go with an extension. Then this adapter piece to size it down, and then we'll go with the small swivel adapter, and then a 10 mil. The 10 millimeter socket. See if that's any better. Yep. Sure is. You break it free. Then once you get all these broke free, you're gonna have to break the bond with where the silicone is. You know, just by beating on it like this, I can tell it's pretty loose. So you don't want to back your wrench out of there so much that you back it into a corner. Kind of almost what I did. So maybe it's just exactly what I did. So you may have to tighten it back up a little bit and do it by hand. So yeah, there we go. Now I can pull this off. And out it comes. Don't lose them. I almost lost that one. So there's one, there's two. Let's set this up here. Oh, there's a long one. Okay. Just keep in mind the ones that you're pulling on top are long. The ones on top are long. The ones on the sides, these are the ones on top so far. These are the ones on the sides. The ones on top are long. They're all the same. The ones on top, I mean. Okay, there's the four on top. And the ones on sides are all the same. Okay, and we're gonna set these up here. I got so many up here anyway. Oh boy. Okay, let me get a rag. Alright, let's see here. Now, bond should be pretty broke, which it is. Okay. Plus, okay, down here, you're gonna have a tube. Let me bring you over here. you're gonna have a tube. Let me face you right. Okay, this black tube right here, you got to pull that out. So, and it's attached right here on the side with a screw, probably same 10 millimeter. Once you take that out, you can pull that tube out. It shouldn't be too hard to pull out. And then I'm gonna have to take off, let's see, this one and this one over here, and I think maybe there's just two left, two on here. Yeah, there's just two bolts. I'll take these two off and slide that out, and we should be able to lift up and out, lift the lower intake up and out. So let's do that. So let me try a 10 mil. Let's see if that'll work on this. Let's see here. No, it's not the 10 mil. I'll try to find my pick. No, yeah. Well, okay, so let's try. Let's try a 3/8 long. Nope, long socket or deep well socket. Does not work in there. Let's see which one. This one. That one's a 7/16 deep well. Nope, that doesn't do it. Let's try a 13 millimeter. Yep, bingo. 13 mil for that. For this black pipe mount, where this black pipe is mounted to, it's going to be a 13 millimeter. If I can get around, I may not get around to it with this extension. I'll have to take that off, but anyway, it's 13 millimeter. I could probably do a smaller, no, I was thinking a smaller extension, but that ain't gonna, you can't get in there with an extension because of the exhaust, and I need just a smidge longer. I mean, I might have a deep well 13 millimeter just so that it's long enough, or let me try one of these swivel socket. That should be enough to get back in there. So I'm going to use the swivel socket, get back up in here, and loosen this bad boy up. Ooh, we got some leakage here. Alright, put this up. It's a bolt, a 13 millimeter bolt for this black pipe mount. It seems like it's going to be a short one, not too long, because it mounts to the back side head. Okay, there it is. That's a nut. There's the nut. I'll keep that with that, so it's the same. I'm going to just pull that pipe right out. And there you go, folks. There's the pipe, the black pipe. I can just set it, bring it up and just set it right onto the gas line. And get this facing up so it doesn't leak on us. All the coolant from one of the heater hoses. Let me try to get it. I don't know. Try to get this heater hose up in here somehow to stay. Alright. I think maybe we might be able to get the 13 millimeter on the on the housing for the temperature. Yep, it's also 13. It's the temperature thermostat. There you go. It's the thermostat housing line, rather. That's also 13 millimeter. So you can get your lower intake up and out of here. I don't know if I'll be able to. Not without. And it's a tough spot. That second bolt down in there. So I'm gonna have to try to figure something. So, you know, it's always a good chance. It's a great chance for you and me. I'll probably do it to change out your thermostat while you're at it, because it's off anyway. Change out your thermostat. You can, you know, while you're down this far in the engine. So, let's see. Probably it wasn't very tight, so I think maybe we can get a wrench on it. We can probably do a 13 mil wrench. Probably one of these stubby wrenches. It's gonna be a half. I'll try a half, and they got the ratcheting on there. See, they ratchet. It's a ratchet wrench. This on. If you're using these, it's a 1/2 inch. The ratcheting wrench is that. Yep, there we go. It's a 1/2 inch on the ratcheting wrench. Now, you're probably going to see some coolant. You know, coolant passes through this tube to the thermostat. You're probably going to see some coolant like I am right now. Not a lot, because we, you know, like I said, we drain the system. Whatever is left over, that's sitting in here. Take it off and then slide it up. There you go. We can stuff one of our rags in there. I'll stuff a rag in there for now and lay it up here. Leave it set up there, and then you'll see the thermostat right down in here. You can probably see it, a silvery thing right here. That's your thermostat. Oh, let me get it over here. Okay. Oh man. Alright, now, fun part. Taking this, we're going to take off the intake, lower intake. There should be nothing else in my way. So there goes nothing. You guys are gonna see this firsthand. Here we go. Oh boy, there we go. Oh, there it is. Oh, yeah, don't. You gotta bring it over and set it on the floor very carefully. All right, that's off. And there you go. That's the lower intake. I did spill some on that side, but you get, look at the back side of your head. So far I can see a little bit of buildup in here and in here. Not on the other ones, which is weird. In these little passages, these far right passages, I don't see. So you can probably see if I can get in there. You can kind of see some brown goo built up on some of these. This one's kind of bad. So, and it's not on any of the others, which is weird. It's crazy. I wouldn't think that would be a part of my misfire. So, anyway, that's what's underneath this 3.4 under the lower intake. Yeah, I got some little bit of coolant. It wasn't much, but it's, you don't want to tip it. A little bit of grease on the block here. Yeah, you don't want to tip the lower intake, because then all the coolant will come out. Whatever's in there will come out. So yeah. Oh, I was thinking, if you don't know exactly if you should ever become a cat person, I have some words of wisdom. I say, you know, don't be afraid. Don't be afraid at all to be a cat person, because the best advice I can give you is just to let it happen. You know, the cat or dog, the cat will pick the human, the owner. The cat will pick its owner. My garage cat that I have wasn't really our cat to begin with. I was at the other place, and there was a total of 2 cats that was kept at the household. One of which is an indoor cat, and the other one was an outdoor cat, which is now my garage cat. So when I moved over to this new spot, it decided it made me its human. So he follows me around everywhere. I would imagine that it's due to me coming out and giving him food all the time. During the summer, he'll, I let him outside and everything, but because of a potential predator, like something bigger than him can eat him, I'll try to put him inside for the night, and then I'll open up the garage for him to roam during the day. Sometimes it's just way too hot. So other than that, yeah, just don't be ashamed to be a cat person. And just like I said, the best advice I can give you is just let it happen. If it happens, it happens. C'est la vie. You have an animal that thinks the world of you. So, well, that's it on this, the lower intake. I think the next video will be, we're going to have to remove these exhaust manifolds, and that's going to be fun. We're going to have to remove the exhaust manifolds to actually take the heads off, because the exhaust manifolds are attached to the heads. I'm not sure if we'll be able to get it to a whole video, but we'll take this off piece by piece and we'll learn as we go. I'm learning as I go, and I thought that lower intake was going to be a little more difficult, but it wasn't. That was pretty simple. Yeah, it's kind of cool. I get to see the rods, the rocker arms, the springs, all that stuff. All these coolant passages and ports. They don't look too bad. I can look down and see my valves. They look pretty clean. Holy crap. This 3.4 is, so far, it looks to be a really good engine. So, that's all that will do on that. We got the lower intake sitting down here on the ground, on the garage floor here. So, yeah, there it is. Don't tip it because the stuff will come out of here, the coolant. So, my next video is coming shortly. It's on this. I gotta wait for the part. It's gonna come today here in a few minutes. I gotta go get the part, but here's the deal. We're gonna change out the motor, which is right here. Believe it or not, when I checked it, I turned the dome light on and then had the key turned to on, and then I tried the driver's side window because it went down and it wouldn't go back up. But the owner said that he waited a while. He went out to his place and rolled it up, and then like a big dummy, he rolled it right back down, and that's when it wouldn't go back up. So I replaced the switch right here with a different one, and that one won't work. So this is a switch out also. But the thing is I turned on the headlight, or the headlamp, the dome light rather, turned the key on, and then I hit the switch and the switch would dim. So needless to say, he's got, used part. It looks pretty good. And so with that dim, with the headlights dimming and all that, it told me that the motor, which is right here, was bad. So I tried something. That's how we got it back up, by the way, is that I came in here and I hooked up the switch, turned the car to on, and I took a hammer and I hit it right on the end of this, like once or twice, and guess what? It rolled right up. These things are kind of like a starter for a car. They kind of look like they resemble a starter for a car. And so I just gave it a tap or two, and bada bing bada boom, it came up. To get to that part, I took off the panel, as you can see. So there's just, screw there, a screw there, A couple screws in there. There's a screw down here at the bottom, another one at the bottom, and then there's a screw hole right there that I did. And then when you take this off, you got to be mindful of the door lock, which that's the hole for the door lock, and then the handle when you take this off. And then you got to move this out when you peel that off. But before that, you're gonna have to feel around with the putty knife or a trim tool to pop these out of their holes. So my next video is gonna be on that. Okay. So without further ado, that's gonna be also today. I gotta go pick up the part just a little bit, the new motor, and we're gonna put that in together. It's hot. It's only like 88 degrees and I'm hot. So stay tuned, and you can get to see me struggle with a freaking door window motor. So that'll be fun. Stick around.